What is up guys, the Coollector 19 here, and today we have here the last prize of the Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia Top 5 Bakugo Katsuki. So, here we go. So hi guys, I'm back and it's been a while since my last figure review in the channel, and I hope you had an awesome new year. I hope that it's gonna be a fruitful collecting year for us. I personally will be downsizing on some of my figures because obviously the past year I have collected and I have reviewed a lot of stuff in the channel. So this year will be somehow a downsizing year for me. Well, not that much. So to start off my very first figure review in the channel for 2023, we have once again the Last Prize Katsuki Bakugo of the top 5 released by Ichiban Kuji and Bandai and Namco. So you know me guys, I personally don't like, or I don't collect metallic stuff or just repainted figures of some particular figure in the release. You know, I prefer the original color ones, but because of the head sculpt, I opted to get this Bakugo since he has a way cooler head sculpt. On the Last Prize, I can maybe just overlook the metallic properties of the figure as long as I have that Bakugo head sculpt. So yeah, that's a little backstory as to why I chose this one over Prize B. It's again because of the head sculpt, the angry Bakugo there. So without further ado, let us take a quick look at the figure's box. So first off, we have a cool shot of the figure here, the metallic Bakugo. So you can see a lot of metallic properties all throughout the figure. The angry Bakugo head sculpt there. I kind of like the mouth part because it's kind of like detailed-ish. The Ichiban Kuji logo, the MHA logo there, the top 5 logo, Bandai Namco, UA School Class 1A Katsuki Bakugo My Hero Academia. The last one logo there, I believe this says last one. I can't remember. I think that reads last one. Then Bakugo Katsuki there. On the side we can see some licensing stuff, a grayscale shot of Bakugo, the QR code for bpnavi.jp / Kuji. So the full lineup of the top 5 release, we have cool figures here. I just have a little issue on the scaling and size, but nonetheless they look good. They are very detailed. I have Endeavor coming in the next few weeks, hopefully this January, and I'm excited to review him in the channel as well. On the other side, you can see UA High School Class 1A Katsuki Bakugo, a smaller scale of the figure there. On top, we can see here the top 5 logo, Toho Animation license or seal, last one. On the bottom, we have nothing but that. So that is it for the box art guys. Now let's take a closer look at this figure. Pop Katsuki Bakugo out of his box, and going forward, posing him side by side with Prize A, Izuku Midoriya. So here we go. So here we have the Last Prize Katsuki Bakugo out of the box, and he is looking badass as hell. So first up, let us take a closer look at the metallic properties of this figure. Metallic paint. So obviously you can see metallic paint on the cross there, on the X on his chest part. Some glossy finish on the black paint here. Typically they use that as or they use matte paint, or matte paint, like basic black paint. But I think for metallic figures, they do glossy stuff here. And I just noticed that there's something on Bakugo's face there. That's a paint flaw, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check the box. Yeah, that's a paint flaw right there. It doesn't look that bad from a distance, but if you look closely, you can obviously see it. But nonetheless, it's not that much of a deal for me. Like I said, I like the mouth part there. Kind of detailed. You can see the insides of his mouth plus the tongue. There's detail inside that mouth. And yeah, the figure's a bit oily, maybe because the paint will stick to the plastic. That is why they had to apply oil for the prevention of paint transfers. So that's just my theory. But yeah, the figure looks good. Hues or the shades of green here are a tad lighter compared to the typical Bakugo green that we've been seeing on his figures. Yeah, because it's metallic, so it'll stand out more if the paint is a bit brighter or a bit vibrant. No complaints about the figure, but that face part, it's a bit bothering me, like microscopically bothering me. So there guys, that is the Katsuki Bakugo Last Prize figure from the top 5 release by Ichiban Kuji and Bandai Namco. So that is an awesome figure indeed. Can't go wrong with Bakugo figures. Not my favorite, but it is not the worst Bakugo figure that I've seen so far. And yeah, it's I like the face, I like the pose, and it's just that the scale is smaller compared to the typical Ichiban Kuji figure size. So that's just my 2 cents, but yeah, enjoy this B-roll. So this Ichiban Kuji top 5 Katsuki Bakugo, his last prize figure is standing at 13.5 centimeters tall. And now I'll be bringing in prize A Izuku Midoriya to compare the size and scale of this last prize Bakugo to that prize A. So let's get to it. So here is a side-by-side comparison between the last prize Bakugo and the prize A Izuku Midoriya, and the scale is basically 1:1. Well, obviously because they are of the same release and same line. It's just that, like I said, I've mentioned this in the deco video as well, they are really short for Ichiban Kuji figures. I think these are the shortest figures I currently have in my collection in the MHA display in terms of the Ichiban Kuji figures. But the details are still on point, crisp. The paint applications are still on point. There are some little flaw here on Bakugo's eye or Bakugo's mask, but yeah, that happens. These are mass-produced figures, so you can't always expect very good quality or paint job wise. But so far, almost all of my Ichiban Kuji figures from Japan have awesome paint jobs, have very crisp paint jobs. I'm really enjoying looking at them in the display. So once again guys, that is a side-by-side comparison between Last Prize Bakugo and Prize A Izuku Midoriya. So that is it guys for the review of this Ichiban Kuji My Hero Academia top 5 release Last Prize Katsuki Bakugo. And if you're wondering where I got my figure from, always, I mostly get my figures from Kimi No Japan Shop. So I've mentioned before that Kimi No Japan Shop is not new to the channel anymore. But if this is the first time you have heard about them and if you want to check them out, I have left their Facebook link in the description below. Make sure to like the page if you haven't already. Send them some love and maybe you can purchase some Ichiban Kuji figures like this one from Kimi No Japan Shop. So once again, thank you so much, Kimi. So that is it guys for another figure review in the channel. Always, if you have enjoyed the review, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I post videos on Wednesdays and on Saturdays, or better yet, hit that notification bell so you'll always get notified every time I make an upload. Also, you can check me out in my social media accounts. All of the links are linked in the description below. So once again guys, this has been the Coollector and this has been Katsuki Bakugo. Thanks for watching, let's collect, and I'll see you in the next video.